Hey, what's going on, guys? Garden Shed here, and welcome! So today we are in my garage. Unfortunately, you know, it's winter. It's the 5th of January, something like that. So hopefully getting the bike out soon, but feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment. So unfortunately we've had a dry day and I don't feel fit to ride, but one of those things. Anyway, one of those things. So, what I was going to do is just do a quick walk around of my 2017 Suzuki V-Strom. Lovely little Dennis. And yeah, so just go through a little bit of the things I've added to it, little things I've taken off it, and just go through it really and sort of talk a little bit about it. I still haven't got the panniers for it, but we'll go through that. Anyway, let's get started. So, this is Dennis, my 2017 V-Strom 650. As you can see, there are a few little bits that I've changed. So, we'll start at the back and work our way forward. Now, first thing I've added is the Givi aluminium top box carrier. I've really wanted to have something that I can lock my helmet in, chuck bits and bobs in when I'm going around. You can get a plastic one for these, but I thought with the silver it looked a little bit better to go for the metal one. It's also a little bit more robust. Unfortunately, it did come. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit chipped there, and that was in the postage thing. So it was a bit of a dog to fix. You've got two little metal plates that go underneath there. I don't know if we can get the camera in so you can see them. There we go, just there. Sorry, shake your hands. And yeah, it was a bit of a dog to get everything to line up and the bushings to line up and everything. But once I got that done, it was pretty easy. And it's got the metal supports there that go underneath there. I don't know what else is meant to bolt on there. I think it's probably a pannier rail or something like that. But yeah, one of those things. So moving on, if you've seen in some videos, you may realise that I did have a Givi Mudguard. Which is no longer there. In fact, it's just down there. The reason I took it off was lots of different things were getting trapped in it. Rocks, stones, and you can hear it making this horrible grinding sound. So I decided that that probably wasn't the best thing to be on there. So I've actually taken it off, and it seems to work a lot better without it. So, but also, it sat just there. There's a little plastic bit with a pop stud, and the pop stud wasn't lining up the hole in the mudguard. So water was going in and getting trapped in the rear, and it just turned into a massive dirt trap. So I don't want my nice shiny bike getting all rotted and horrible. So moving forward, we've got a Suzuki V-Strom Tank Pad, genuine Suzuki accessory. It's a bit thin. I thought it was going to be sort of slightly bulky, you know, but it just seems almost like the grip tape on a skateboard. But hopefully, you know, that'll stop my jacket rubbing up against the tank. Oh, by the way, if you see that Akrapovic box just there, it isn't for this. Unfortunately, I really want to change the exhaust on this. Something a little bit louder, a little more burbly. So you can hear that V-twin. Unfortunately, no one seems to make, well, none of the big companies seem to make an exhaust. I quite want another Acra. I love the sound of Akrapovic exhausts. Yoshi's I'm not so much a fan of. Arrows, they don't make one. So no one currently makes an exhaust for the 650 V-Strom. So if you work for one of the big exhaust companies, get them to make one, because you will definitely have a customer in me. Moving forward, I've got the Givi engine, I think they're called Accessory Bars, but they're basically engine guards. And they do a good job. They don't stick out too much. As you can see down there, I didn't actually fit these, so I don't know what they're like to fit. But fingers crossed they do the job when they're needed to. The reason I went for the Givi ones and not the Suzuki ones was because the Givi ones are half the price of the Suzuki ones, which is absolutely mad, because they're pretty much identical apart from this sort of big block here. So yeah, one of those strange things. Then going down, seeing as we're down here, I've got the aluminium sump guard. Seems to do alright. I can't say I've been off-roading much to test it. The only problem is, it means you can't get your hand in to clean the bottom of the engine. So I've been using toothbrushes and rags and things like that to try and clean the bottom of the engine when I've had to clean it. But it looks great. Again, Suzuki do one. it was twice the price for a plastic one, and I thought the metal one looked a bit nicer. It was half the price, so might as well go with that. You see a bit of a Jivvy theme going on here. Tank ring for the tank lock bags. Absolutely, first thing I buy. First thing I buy is something to protect the engine or fairings, crash bobbins or whatever when I get a bike. Second thing I buy is a tank lock ring. These are absolutely brilliant. You just pop your tank bag on, click straight on, and then you unclick it and it comes straight off. No faffing with straps or worried about magnets scratching your bike, things like that. And I've got a small, I think it's about 4 or 5 litre top bag that I can chuck my phone and my wallet in. If I'm just going short distance, or I've got my big touring one as well, which is, they're both inside, so I can't really show you those. Then here I've got the MRA, I think it's called the X-creen, and I got it in tint. Now I'm not entirely sold on this. I thought, you know, it's going to eliminate the wind buffeting with the stock screen. There was quite a bit of buffeting on the top of my helmet. This has made it better, but it hasn't fixed it. If you go 1 mile an hour over 70, you get such a bad headache from helmet vibrations that, yeah, it just hurts. And really, really easy adjustable. Just little catches there that you flick out, and then that will tilt. And then this one also tilts as well. It's got a notch on it on the other side, just around here. So good screen, looks alright. I think from a motovlogging point of view, it was a little bit of a mistake getting the smoke one. It can obstruct the view of the road ahead for the camera. So maybe, you never know, in the new year, that may be going. I'll stick it on eBay and get a different one. But other than that, I think that's just about all the modifications I've done for now. The pannier rails will be coming. I'm looking at the removable ones. I've got my silver Jivvy Dolomiti panniers in that box. I just need to get the pannier rails. That is a rain cover for my big touring tank bag that was left to dry over winter. And then this is my big, I think it's about 54 litre top box. It holds 2 helmets. Or, perfectly when you stop, a helmet, my giant touring tank bag, my gloves, anything else I can chuck in there. So, oh, and I even bought a dragon back from Wales, so there you go. Perfectly waterproof, didn't get wet when I got soaked coming back from Wales. But it was really, really useful. I could chuck everything in there when I stopped. I had my hands unladen when I was wandering around places. I would highly recommend a big top box. But yeah, so hopefully the panniers will be alright on this bike. I've heard a little thing about vibrations through the bars at about 40 when you load it up. So hopefully we're not too badly affected by that. But I can't think of me fully loading it up. We shall see. But yeah, sorry for a bit of a quick, rambly video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the V-Strom, then do let me know. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional mechanic either. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching and take care.